It's your girl Ro in the building, and I'm here to welcome you to my YouTube channel. Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, I'm going to share with you how to make this unique treat. This has been a requested video, and I'm going to share with you how to make these candied pickles. So if you're ready to get started, let's get into the video. First off, let's start with our supplies. Now, these are the pickles that I'm going to be using. They are the dill pickles. Now, you can use kosher or whatever pickles of your choice. I picked these up from the convenience store. And next up, you want to use some fruit roll-ups, some fruit wraps to wrap around your pickles, which I'm going to share with you later on in the video. So you can get these from your local grocery store. I'm using some apple sticks, this artisan accent food coloring in the color pink, some strawberry oil candy flavor, and I'm going to use some Chef Master's white to enhance the color, and you're going to need a candy thermometer. Now you want to make sure you have a silicone mat, a silicone spoon, and a pan of some sort to lay your pickles in. So let's get started. Here I'm going to cut open my package and drain the juice. You want to make sure you drain the juice and take them out and dry them completely. It's important to dry them before you dip them. Now after you have dried each one of your pickles, you want to prep them and put them onto your tray, whatever tray you choose to use. It can be big or small, but make sure they're dried completely. And then we're going to place these in the freezer for at least 3 to 4 hours or until they are completely froze. Now, once again, dry them before you insert your apple sticks. Now, either side is fine. It just depends on which side you choose, but just make sure they are inserted well and not all the way in, because you want to leave a little length for dipping. So once you insert, you want to make sure you take some paper towel and dry them as you insert, and make sure your area you're inserting in is completely dry before you place them in the freezer as well. Now it's time to place them in the freezer. Now in a medium-sized pot, I'm using a medium-sized pot, and I'm adding in a full recipe, which is the 411, 4 cups of sugar, 1 cup of water, and 1 cup of light corn syrup. But I recommend you use a larger pot if your pickles are large. Now here's my candy thermometer. You want to make sure you cook to 300 degrees. Make sure the tip does not touch the bottom of your pot, or it will give off a false reading. So as you heat this up, it's going to take a little longer to cook, so don't be alarmed. Just make sure you remove it at 300 degrees. Now, while that's cooking, here are your froze pickles. Now, once you remove them from the freezer, they're going to be, if it's a little frost on them, just dry them off and then add your wrap. Take your wrap and stretch it just a little bit so that it can go around your pickle evenly. It's going to adhere very well, but what I've learned when doing these is to wrap the whole pickle completely and don't leave an open area of the pickle where any juice can seep through, because it does have a longer life shelf when you do apply these particular wraps. Now you can choose whatever wrap flavor of your choice, but it adheres really well and you're covering the entire pickle. Now next I'm going to show you how to use just the fruit roll up on the roll. You're just going to take the strip and just wrap it around completely. I start from the bottom because I want to make sure that bottom is covered, and you just wrap it all the way around until you get to the top. You may have to use a second one, what you're going to see me do in this video, just to make sure it's completely covered. So I'm just showing you some alternatives. If you don't have if you can't find the wraps, you can use the fruit roll-up, these little fruit roll-ups here. Now, I do recommend that once you remove them from the freezer, let it knock off the chill a little bit. You know, let it chill. Let the chill come down a little bit, because if you apply them right away, the fruit roll-up will crack. So let them sit for about 5 minutes before you add your wraps, but don't let them sit too long, because then it starts to create a whole bunch of juice. So just make sure that you follow those steps, and you'll be ready for dipping. So next up, I'm adding in the strawberry oil flavoring in the mix, and I added at 250 degrees. And now I'm going to add in my color, which I should have added my color in the beginning for this particular brand. And when you do it like this, make sure you don't mix it. You don't need to mix it when you add it in like this, because the color is going to cook through. So you don't have to worry about that. Just make sure you add in your white, add in a few drops, so that the color won't be transparent, and then you can remove it at 300 degrees. Now, once you remove the mixture from your stove top, you may have to add a few more drops of the white if you're using this brand though, okay? And that's something I had to do so that my color can come through and be nice and vibrant. All right, so the mixture is done, flavored, colored like I like, and now we're ready to dip our pickles. Now, this is what I mentioned at the beginning of the video. I recommend that you use a bigger pot if you're dipping large pickles, okay? This is a 3.5 quart pot, and these pickles is large in size. So I should have used a larger pot, but I was trying to make it work. So if you have larger pickles, use a larger pot so that the mixture won't pour out when you're tilting your pot to the side. So I'm dipping, making sure you want to turn it upside down to make sure that you drain any extra. And once you drain majority of that candy mixture, start to rotate it so that the candy mixture can start to get solid, and then place it onto your mat. Now, if you don't have a silicone mat, you can place it on parchment paper, but I recommend a silicone mat because it just works best. All right, so here I had some mixture spill out, and that was because I'm really trying to cover this pickle. As you see, I'm trying to cover this pickle to make sure the bottom part is completely covered, because I didn't want no open areas on my pickle. So again, drain that mixture and then start to rotate it so that mixture can settle in. And once you do that, you just turn it a few times, you know, count to 5 or count to 10, and then lay it onto your surface. So here are your candied pickles, all fully coated, nice and shiny, and ready to be packaged. Now for packaging, I will leave in the description box below. Next, take your stick and just rotate it and pull it out. Rotate the stick and pull it out, and it's good to go. So let me give you a little advice about pricing this particular treat. I don't like to talk about pricing on here because everybody's market is different. But let me share you a little bit about my market and what I would charge for these because of what it all entails, supplies, and how large they are, and especially your time. I would charge between $6.50 to $7 for these pickles. All right, so just keep that in mind. But if you are new to my channel and you have enjoyed this video, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And you all know it's your girl Ro. I'll see you all in the next video.